Hey guys, EBP Man here. Today we're going to take a look at a couple products for the iPhone 10, and they're brought to us by Pure Gear. Now we've seen on YouTube and on many channels where people have been brave enough to drop their phones, and the iPhone just recently was drop tested on CNET, and it didn't survive a 3-foot drop. That means from pocket to floor, it was shattered. So you're definitely going to want to have a glass protector as well as a case to protect your phone from any kind of damage or potential damage, especially since you have glass in front and back. So today we're taking a look at two products from Pure Gear. One is a familiar brand to us, and this is the Dualtech. So the Dualtech line is a military grade drop protected case. You can see here that it has, we'll look at some of the features in the back. Lightweight, durable materials, shock absorbing. It's going to be something that won't slip out of your hand, and more importantly, as you can see right there, it has military grade drop protection. That means that it's going to survive that 3-foot drop without any issues, and probably even more than that. The next case or product that we're going to look at is this one I've never really reviewed on the channel. This is the Glassback 360, and it is a frame with a glass back solution. We're going to take a look at this. I did not see any kind of military drop certification on this one, but it feels like it should protect your phone. One of the things that's really cool about this product in particular is that it gives you the ability to take your iPhone from being, let's say, this color and turning it black. Black is not available, so if you have even the gray, I think the gray on this will look sharp, and we'll see how this one looks as we stick it on the back of our phone. So now taking a closer look at the Dualtech, really nice case. I've had these on my phones in the past and really haven't had any problems with them. They also wear very well, meaning that as the weeks and months pass by, they stand up pretty well as well. Looking at the back here, you'll notice that you have some really nice bumper protection on each side, which is something that I always like when you have that kind of extra material there. You'll notice that the cutouts here for the camera are pretty deep and are going to make sure that your camera doesn't get impacted. On this side, this is a unique part of the design. It has actually kind of like this floating mechanism. I call it floating because when you put your phone in the case, the back of your phone is never going to touch the case. You notice how this material keeps it above it. So that means that because you have a glass back, as it is dropped, if you drop it on the back, you're never going to get full impact here. Very durable. Pull the sides right there, and you can see no give whatsoever, and it has some real generous cutouts. Now the question is, will it support wireless charging? Let's go ahead and check it out. Now one of the very first things I look for in a case is screen protection. So I'm just going to tilt this in an angle so you can see. Very, very generous screen protection. You see how raised this is right here? It's probably one of the highest I've seen in the cases that we reviewed so far. And that theme continues. Notice here, and then also on the back here. So very confident that even having a glass protector like this case has, or this phone has, that I'm not going to have any issues with the screen itself. So notice how nice that is going all the way around. You do have some really nice grip protection here. So that's going to ensure that it stays in your hand. The volume rocker, I like it. It is, take a look at it right there. It is raised, and you can really tell the difference between one and the other. And then you have your little mute switch right there. Look over here, nothing really there to be seen. Again, your Siri button there is there, and it's very responsive, so you can turn it on and off. All right, no issues. And all in all, it feels really, really good in the hand. Looking at the camera side right there, you can notice how deep that is, so that's going to give you some really good protection too. So let's see if this will wirelessly charge. All right, so let's go ahead and put our phone on the wireless charger. You see the little LED turned on, and as you can see here at the very top, it is charging. So I'm surprised, even with that floating back, that you're able to wirelessly charge. So now, before taking a closer look at the product, let's look at some of the features here. It's two pieces. It's tempered glass back with the 360 bumper. The bumper is made out of aluminum, so you can see that with grip support, and it's supposed to be raised to provide protection. So let's go ahead and take a look at the frame and the glass back. All right, so in the package you have your frame, you have your glass back, and then you have alcohol wipe and everything you need to clean down the screen. Now taking a look at this frame, it's pretty sharp. It feels good also. You know, you'll notice that there's some flexibility here. I did not break this. It's not broken. It just has like a TPU material in this area right here for some flexibility. But it feels good. Love the buttons. Look at those buttons right there. Very pronounced and nice. And almost has the simulated antenna brakes on both sides. Yeah, very nice. And then you have the cutout right there in the top. And on the bottom, things look good. All right, so looking at the back now, glass covers the Apple logo in favor for the Pure Gear logo. And it's adhesive. And then you have all the materials you need in order to put them on. Let's see how it works. All right, so the very first thing I wanted to show you is the frame and what kind of protection you get, because you may want to go only with the frame. Don't know yet. So looking at the screen protection, there is some screen protection here. Let's get a little closer. So you see how it goes above the screen? Tempered glass there, right? So it does go above it. It's not as high as the case that we saw, though, right? And it's consistent, right? So it's consistent on this side. It's also consistent on that side. The buttons are very responsive. The on and off, works well. So that's nice. Volume is also very responsive, and you can see how they stand out right there. So that's really nice. And overall, it feels good too in the hand too. It feels nice. Now the back, as you'll notice, is also raised, and it is almost. Let's put this right here on top of it and see. Okay, I'm noticing something right there. I guess. Let's take a look at that. It's almost as the frame and the back glass are right next to each other. Maybe just a little bit. It goes up maybe just a hair above your back glass. So that's probably something that I'm not too thrilled about. The fact that your glass is still not super protected. You do have these corners, it looks like. Let's see what's going on right here. That's interesting. All right, you see that right there? That's actually part of the case. So I think that's designed, it's designed to raise your phone up. So that's how they're going through that extra protection for your glass. That's an interesting way to do that. All right, so let's go ahead now and look at the glass. So what we're going to do is we're going to be placing the glass right here. You're going to center it to the best of your ability, and then that's what it's going to look like. All right, so that's it. It kind of looks good, the white and the glass. So let's go ahead and install it. So now for the installation, I'm just going to go ahead and just wipe this down. Yeah, pretty standard, very similar to putting on a screen protector. And let that wipe that off, and then we'll put the back on. All right, now for the next piece, I'm just going to pull the back off. And I'm not going to press down because I am a little picky on alignment. And I wish this had, some type of an alignment tool just to make sure it's centered. So I want to try to shoot for getting the sides even as well as with the back. And one technique that I always use and I talk about on the channel is, I go like this on the sides, just to kind of guide it to try to get it centered. And then once I'm comfortable with it, I'll let it go. But I'm going to look at the space here and the space here before I do that. All right, so I'm happy with the spacing. And again, I haven't pressed down yet. I just worked on the alignment, did that little trick that I do on the sides, and I think I'm okay with the spacing here. It looks like this is a little bit further space in the top, but this is, I think, good enough. So I'm just going to press down here. And what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment area. Do you think that looks pretty hot or not? I think it would look really good with the gray version, but I'm kind of digging it. What do you think? All right. Let's see. I'm assuming that this is just going to wirelessly charge without a problem. So we're going to put it on here. And you see the light turns on. And you can see that it's charging on the top too. So there you have it. So with that, we conclude this review of the Pure Gear Dual-Tech and Glassback 360. If you're interested in this case, let me know in the comment area. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter and let us know as well. We'll be giving this away, this one because it's already stuck on the phone. I can't. So this will definitely go to someone on the channel. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you share and subscribe. Help us hit 40,000. Help us hit 100,000 subscribers by subscribing and sharing this with your friends. Thanks for watching again, guys.